Guys, you're all very welcome to your first online tutorial by Marie Morrison. So I'm on my phone at the moment actually because the tablet isn't doing what I wanted to do. So it's me, not the tablet. But basically what I've done here, I don't know, can I switch it when I'm in video? No, I can't. Basically what I've done here, you'll see it. I've just shampooed her there. So I'm going to blast it dry now just to take the heavy wetness out of the hair. And I will be back in a second. Right guys, so I've basically blasted it off. Because a lot of you won't have an awful lot of grips at home, I'm only going to use one. There's two on the head, but don't need that one. I'm going to use one and we're going to go around in horseshoe sections just in case you don't have grips or whatever. So basically the two brushes I'm going to use are your 25 and your 34. Okay, that's what you all should have at home at the moment. And of course, my hairdryer. Now I haven't any product in this head, and the reason I didn't put in product because I don't know if you have product at home or not. But ideally, obviously, we'd be using blow dry cream and probably a wee bit of mousse. Okay, so remember when we're going, we're using medium heat, full speed. Okay, I generally can section the bottom section into two sections, and then every section hereafter into at least three until we come to the sides, but we'll talk about that afterwards. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom section, then I'm going to switch off and I'm going to switch back on in intervals because it's going to be too boring for you to have to watch me to do a curly blow dry. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on. I'm not going to talk over the hairdryer, but I just want you to watch kind of what I'm doing, the technique I'm using, rolling the brushes and that. And remember, medium heat, full speed, and keep the dryer away from the root that we're never going to burn the client. Okay? So guys, that's what your first curl should look like. I'll just turn around so you can see it there. So I just take the rest of the hair away. So you'll see there is a curl. Yeah, sorry, my eyesight is failing me. So you'll see there's a curl. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to wrap my brush around it. That brush around it just to hold the shape of the curl, let the hair cool down around the shape of the brush, which will hold the set a lot longer or your blow dry a lot longer. Okay, remember to always keep the nozzle of your dryer away from the client's scalp, and know how to stretch it out. Try and reduce frizz as much as you want, as much as you can. Remember, frizz is our enemy, right? So I'm going to do this next one. Now the reason that I use two different sizes, I'm using 34 and 25 at the moment, but the reason I like to use two different curls is because two different size brushes is because I want them all to, look different, like different curls, rather than all interlocking into the one curl. So remember, the next one will come in the opposite way. Okay, just so the curls all don't go into one big S shape. Now guys, I'm just going to show you that other one. Just wrap around and then use your finger to wrap the curl. And that's your other curl. Okay, so you'll see the two different kind of shapes. Can you see that? Sorry, I've brown spot, I can't see. So you'll see the two different shapes there, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to keep going just with my brushes until I reach near the top, and you'll see kind of where I'm going then. Never let the hair touch your dryer, right? You're going to just burn the hair, you're going to fry it. That's not a good thing, right? Okay, so I'll be back to you in a flash. Hi guys, so I'm just after taking down my next subsection there. Okay, and I forgot to say to you that so as you can see, sorry, I'll just lift my phone here. So as you can see, there's the blow dryer underneath, right? So, but that has to be raked through, obviously. So now we're using our horseshoe, I don't even know, our horseshoe sections. Sorry, I'm no good at the camera, guys. So now what we need to make sure is, see at either side, we try never to bring the curl around the client's face because we want to show the client's face. Okay, so what you're doing is you're always working back from the head. So the way you're bringing the brush this round behind me, and the other way you're bringing it back again. Okay, so you're actually all the sides the hair comes back. Now I know you know all this, but just a little recap. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. So what I'm actually doing is I'm starting here and I'm just working my way around, to be honest with you. That's what I'm doing. So what we need to do here is I'm just going to show you the first 1 or 2 curls, and then I'll pause it again and we'll. Right guys, so you see there the first 2 sections are coming back the way. The next one will come forward towards the front of her head. Okay, now I did forget now, and I know you should all remember this, but I forgot to show you the front of the video. When we're taking the hair out, remember you're unwrapping it like that, and just put your finger through it and glide it down, right? And that'll give you your nice fine firm curl. Now you can see that they're still quite curly. I'm sure you can still. But what we'll be doing at the end, don't forget, we'll be raking them out. So you're better off with your blow dry being a little bit too curly than being too flat. Because when it's curly, you can still drag it through. Okay? So, see you in a few, guys. Right. So what I'm after doing is I'm after finishing the blow dry, right? Now you can see it's very tight at the moment. But this back bit here, right? So what I'm after doing is I'm after using the smaller brush just to blow dry it. I used it as one, so it's a thin, thick. So it's thin and it's not deep at all. It's thin. The depth of it isn't thin, but the width of it is quite wide. So it's about that size and that width, right? And I'm after doing one curl there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my bigger brush and I'm going to wrap it along the top there. And all that does is it gives volume. So what I'm going to do now, I know some of you won't have spray, so I'm just going to give it a light spray, right? And I'm going to leave it for about two minutes. So 2 minutes are up, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it down, give it a slight tease there with the comb, the brush even. like the rest of them. Now see the way that's bouncing up? That's good, right? I'm going to give that a slight. So I'm just going to give you a closer view, guys, of this finished. Where can you see that? I know the light isn't great in here. And the camera woman is worse. Alright, so I just want you to see. So that's it before I drag it out, brush it out, tease it out, whatever we want to call it, right? So if you had a wee bit of serum, guys, the one I have here in the house is a L'Oreal one. I'm sure it was a cheap enough one. So just into your hands, Robert. If you don't have serum, don't worry about it. It's a mannequin head, right? So all I'm going to do, no more than what we've practiced in college, is just drag it through slightly. And you see the way you have a little bit of volume there, but it matches in perfectly with the rest of it. Okay? So we're just going to drag it through. Right? And you'll see that that'll give you your curly blow dry. So, guys, what I want you all to do, guys, so I'll just show you the front of that as well. Sorry, the lights aren't great in here. I think that's better, is it? So what I want you all to do is I want you to keep practicing this, okay? I want you to have your pictures posted up by Monday morning. So look at it. If you want to put them in the group, if you don't want to put them in the group, you don't have to send them to me privately on the same page, which is privately. But it's judgment free, so don't be afraid to post them up or anything like that. And we're going to meet on Monday and we're going to discuss it. So I'm going to be asking you all over the weekend. I'm going to pick a time and I'm going to ask you all to be online at that time. We'll be just in the same Instagram, Facebook, or Instagram messaging, the same group that we're in, and we'll be just talking about it. I'll be asking you a couple of questions and I will chat to you then. Okay, thanks for watching. Laters.